Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read. I know you are. What with? My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working? Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time. No. Of course he's not. It's not like he's a pocket watch. I wouldn't just lose him.
There it goes. The problem was it wasn't muted. It was I had plugged it. You know, I plugged it out to go over to play games in Tookie's room. Then we plugged it in over here, and needless to say, I had to reset it. Remind me to check that next time whenever I move Tookie's. Whenever I move the microphone. But also, thank you, Coco, for always being on top of your game. I just find it hilarious, the conversation. She said, stop. What? I couldn't just...
She has though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
It's okay. It's alright to not know where your husband is. Nothing shame.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. My husband is not missing.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
Were your children
No,
missing?
absolutely not.
Okay, then
Are
what
you
are
a
they?
policeman or a nanny?
A police wherever I
They're
want.
not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
Alright, smoking
What?
cigarettes.
That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
How old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
I mean, their appearance, any features that stand out if they identify
Why do you
them?
need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Yeah, this is our buddy.
She gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books.
Maybe your cockatoo is
I
missing?
don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
What do you mean I'm being a
Nothing.
cockatoo?
Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Watch your browse
Her
books.
hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Just bugging a woman. Doing her thing, living her best life.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualize. Locked.
Trying to sneak up on me again!
So, one of my tasks, besides find heretical bird and interview literally everyone, is investigate apartment 10. I never reported back to the lady. So, we could do that too while we're here. What?
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism. In other words, the
Inspect it
star
closer.
and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside
To
down?
symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it invoke
You
in me?
see noble aims, but also mountains upon mountains of corpses. They should have taken a more measured approach. Also, you're really smart. The
Nice.
price of idealism, unrestrained by humanism. Never again.
Give me a moment.
Find the cultured people in apartment 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Start killing. Okay. Axe women and sexual deviants. That's who comes. Spit. We find this apartment building needs slow change. Respectably slow.
Yes. Well. I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
The sea below looks cold and wintry gray. He tore down the wall here. Grocery list on the table. And
What
checks.
happened here?
Can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
Except the stuff in the fridge.
Indeed.
Nice.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl says a sailboat at the pier. What's your name, miss? You seem to be engaged in illegal activity. You seem pretty cool. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Let's tell with me. I'm the law. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Yep. Yeah, when were you last tested? Just want to know your name, well, I don't need to
And
get
here
defensive.
I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sash, she puts the brush aside.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil. Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
Is that government fuel?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
Fumes are bad for you, okay?
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
What are you doing on the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So, you don't know what to
Have
write?
you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
Why are you still committed to defacing the
This
building?
place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
Hate to see it.
Thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this one here.
Yeah?
Top use is hooliganism. I like public art. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't mind me.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite. You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Nice. Keep looking off the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods his way towards the woman performing maintenance to the boat docked
Hatred,
here.
disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershot. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who's
Isn't
she?
it part of your job to know all the illustrious personages round this shithole? She's the Wild Pines representative.
Okay, found the person you
Madam
talked to.
professional negotiator in the flesh and the flimsy linen.
That is now.
Something morbid about old ladies trying to look young.
That's rich, coming from a young girl dressed up like a granny.
Aren't you a young lady trying to look old?
Oh, that's the way it should be. The natural order of things.
You know anything about the
I
recent
ain't
murder?
no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Catch you later, Sydney.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Yeah, I bet I do. Type flaps in the wind. Rotten hammers and nails rust. Door is locked, you can't get in. Cheers, new. Someone lives back there. Okay. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Sydney? Could have last several winters. Smells of chemicals. Pants. Well, if I can't open it with my hands, then maybe I can open it with my handy dandy crowbar. That's all I like to see.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Officers, when there's just me. Is that bedroom
Ooh.
cool yours?
Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
You don't have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
Really, you're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Go have other
Shoot, Piggy.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Formed to guess about what
A
happened.
great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Taking
The
the ocean.
waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains
I
of
think
the
I can
building.
fuck this by walking
The
through that
dark
door.
waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Look at the ruins of the
Those
water.
arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this? The dam.
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Locate the door 28 in the apartment building. Wait, what's this? A breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electrical wires. More money. Just a door. Nothing for you to see right now. Someone growing rosemary. Time. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. It's apartment door 29. Complete science forever lives here as in home. It's apartment door 30. Voices from within singing along to some neat dance track.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. No one answers. Looks like he isn't home. You should come back later, after 2100.
Okay. Okay, so we followed that area down a bit.
Penis attack!
Ah! What's up?
Nothing, I'm just looking at this dog using my old pillow like it's my old sacrifice. I hope without sniffling and smoke cocaine, I've smuggled to that pillow. You're having a
What?
fucking heart attack right now.
Okay. Yeah, right.
What's this for? Is this like,
A face mask.
this is your face underwear?
My face underwear, okay.
What's the light ring for?
It's so...
Wow!
Yeah, I mean, so like,
Interdimensional times!
I got the light, I got the colorful pretty lights on, but yeah, I
Uh-huh.
still have nice lighting on my
Okay.
face.
Okay. That makes sense. That's weird. You do white and green? Oh no, it's just changing.
Yeah, it's just fading. I can't
Wait.
control what it fades to, but this does the same.
I just leave mine on blue and purple.
Yeah.
It's called night mode. Because it looks like nighttime at the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel you. Later's brother.
What you talking about?
Okay.
What you tell me what to do? You gonna stop yelling at me?
How am I looking at my stats right now? I got 2 points in authority. If I take off the right item, that should go up to 4. And I have a certain thought that's lowering it down to 5, so... If I switch up my thought patterns... -1 authority, embarrassment to party. Remaining... Okay, so at 13 minutes I'll get a solution to that. And so I'm almost done with that. Ooh, +1 suggestion. That's nice. Inside the frame, motorcycle repair tools used to disable it. Capsized apartments. Okay. That's back to her. Okay. There's more construction here. It's decades ago. I reserved. The belly of the boat, sure. I guess recently painted. lovely magnesium. Let's see who else I can talk to and hang out with for the day.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case
Cracked
solved.
it. All in a good day's work.
Wait, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
Husband, the missing husband. It's the future leader of a proletarian uprising. It's some third opinion.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing her? But he is missing. You heard her. The worry in her voice.
Champagne and
There's
going
no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell.
Well, this is gonna backfire horribly. Let's go for it. What do we got to lose?
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing. Very well then. Where is he?
There.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
I don't working class drunk. I thought it might be
Right,
yours.
because working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
Remember, about that what. Never ever say what.
I didn't mean to
You
do
were
it.
right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ah, blam. Knew it.
Way to go, reaction speed. But you told me your husband's alright.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
So is he missing
No,
as well?
he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends.
She looks away.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She has completely forgotten about her book, staring blankly into the distance
There.
instead.
She's worried now.
Well, if he is with his friends, then he's not really missing. Don't worry, I'm gonna find him and bring him back home,
She
promise.
sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
What does your husband look
Honestly,
like?
not that different from you.
So let me guess, he's disco.
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
Why'd you say that? This resembles me then.
Well, he's slightly chubby.
I see, what
What
else?
else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand sewn. I made it myself.
Voice slightly quivers as she adds.
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Who cares about the cold when you have your cool jacket to wear? You can completely sympathize.
Of
I even
course.
tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
Well, if that jacket is really that cool, then I could totally understand.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got it. Thanks.
So you are going to look for him.
She genuinely wants you to know. Don't make her ask.
Yes, I'll bring it
Thank
back
you.
home.
Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
Thanks.
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Bonuses. Int and Psych, red check failure, heal 1 morale. Okay. Physics and motor, red check fails, heal 1 health. Leaning cap on pain threshold raised to 6. Learning. That wasn't a bad bonus. Okay.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
Yeah.
Stay the fuck away from Kuno. You smell like bum shit. Kuno's not a bum. Kuno doesn't touch that shit.
Why?
Do you think Kuno's fucking 80 years old? Trying to bring me bum juice? Make the Kuno paranoid?
You don't like alcohol?
Just because you get high off that shit doesn't mean Kuno has to fuck himself with that fermented piss and shit mix. Trying to get a 12-year-old hooked on the shit shake?
You can pay tribute to Kuno with drugs or cigarettes. Get Kuno to like you again. Some giant ass wheels would be nice too.
Have you come to make your offering?
Okay. I was gonna try to do that empathize with him thing, but I guess that moment has passed.
The trash container stands in the spring snow. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Didn't I already do this?
Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think. Hard to say. No, these tracks are not interesting at all.
I swear I already did this, just like how I already did this boot thing, right?
There are 8 pins. You won't get far without the lieutenant.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Hmm. I need a 16. For a total of 5. That's gonna be a hard one because I would need at least, well, a 6 and a 5, so yeah.
Can I help you?
Hmm.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
Give me money now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? Ah, yes. Money is very important. You see, I'm an honest entrepreneur. I only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got anything for you. You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Itchy pants.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a
Plus 1
lifetime,
perception.
officer. 100% guarantee.
Shades of self-destruction plus 1 electrochemistry.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Hmm.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling. This panel usually closes the water lock. Turn, you pull on the lead. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. The man watches you in silence. A spring brings the lever back. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored?
Hmm. Wow.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Okay.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal.
I want to know about your
We all
soul.
want to know each.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Hmm. No. That's the best I was going to be able to do.
Looking for something, Hunt?
You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching.
What's this supposed to do?
Admiring the stompers, Hunt? Sure, I can demonstrate them.
Lifts up his left foot and then his right.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern.
So it's up a few
It's
soles.
Revachol.
But why?
You'll see when the time comes, officer. True patriots carry Revachol in their very souls.
Hmm. What are you hauling?
Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Okay, are you supposed to pick up?
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
As detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses his patience for explaining.
I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think.
Oh, so they grow apples in Grad?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
There
Yeah?
you go.
Says who?
It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those Koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
You keep saying that, what does that mean?
You know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, the degenerates from Grad.
Okay, but why the way?
Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovich someone. Low self-esteem, those guys have. Mind you, they look Occidental, but they're not really like us.
Okay, so it's an ethics slug.
Hey, if the name and
Excellent.
description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
Okay, I see the apples.
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
So they got the rights and privileges of
yeah,
Royman?
they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And that's... Hold on. What's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
So you're in the Carters Guild?
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been The driver has adorned his... Right, two!
Guess we could see if this guy's anything to say to us.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Neighbor Utopia. That's nice
It's
enough.
but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
You couldn't have told me you were supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
This
To
promise?
get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What
I
happened?
was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cups in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
It's like used to, what, scare you?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
Okay,
Not
anything else?
much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
So Connor used to
It's a
scare you?
minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask.
I did some research into this armadura.
Hmm.
Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off. In
How then?
parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor up for grabs then. But already sent the boots
I
away.
guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
The 4 pieces helmet, crusader gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm gonna find 1 piece of it. What is enough?
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off it.
Thanks for
No
cooperation,
problem.
sir.
If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Any idea who killed
The
the hitman?
mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
It's only. The Mike was aimed with a very specific type of cargo boat, often used in heavy transport areas, for example,
What a
hovers.
thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed
Your
out.
dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Oh, look, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting
you
to
know most of
undermine
this.
our honorable efforts. I ain't the murdering
Did you
type,
kill him?
but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
No, it's
No
a
problem.
good use.
I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Takes a sip from his flask.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Well, there's no way I'm gonna get a piece of that on me.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. The
Hey, the
container
sugar.
door appears unmoved, but a tough nut to crack for sure. But the strongest containers often have the softest hearts.
A fine piece of engineering, you know that? That the cob is in the container.
The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed? Why does this situation feel so familiar? Do you have a history of propositioning inanimate objects?
Rhetoric. Do I have anything that boosts my rhetoric? No, I only have something that minus this 1 to rhetoric.
Inventory, and they said we'd probably be done by Friday, so I don't know if they're gonna be open on President's Day. So I'm
You're back before the
Oh,
cargo.
there's always a chance I can roll double 6s.
as it's always been. It's impossible to open a container with the rhetoric.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo, in the future, can we keep the screening shorter?
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
Something else to talk to Leo about. You return and confront him.
Mr. Dubois, every worker.
He leans towards you, waiting for you to complete his sentence. Isn't it in a great state of war? Also looks just like me. A member
That's
of the
right,
board.
Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart too. How can I help you today?
I turned it off.
What?
I was confused. The shady brew. You told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. It had alcohol in it, and now there's no
Did
alcohol.
I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I spend the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. I'm gonna let the world surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
It's in reach drawer, pulls out a plastic card. Thanks. I was wondering how I was supposed to get
Here.
out.
You're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
Hmm. Well, I just answered his question how he would like it, and now I can get in and out of town.
Right to work! Right!
Oh, there's this person over here too.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, no response. Wherever this woman is, nothing. Her
So no one lives here anymore. Oh. Let's go talk to our favorite delinquent again.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Nothing happens after you. Silence. Silence. Looks like someone. All you hear is static. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. An off-key melody. Stop.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
Oh.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you.
A single beep indicates that the line. Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it. You ring the doorbell. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence.
I can't do this again, right?
You see a set of tire tracks in the...
Yep.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
Apparently not, because I can't talk to you without Kim.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Looking for a book about cockatoos.
There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
I don't have anything that ups my pain threshold, but there's a chance I could actually break it open now, so that's pretty fun. It's not gonna have anything that ups my pain threshold, just hard light, right? Shivers, hard light, electrochemistry, or half light.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective Dick Mullen. Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
What is innocentic?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was which of those innocents is the coolest and greatest.
For a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
So you recommend
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Okay.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved Cockatoo.
Flip through the
Turns out
pages.
that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems. You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage. You're cool.
What about this guide to cockatoo,
It's a
storekeeper?
must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious. Oh, and me!
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous. Several maps. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why
That
so
old
cheap?
thing, it's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened
They
then?
didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Take it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Another boring book just discarded here.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
No?
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large
What?
and heavy.
I will read that fun book in a second. I have to use the bathroom. Whoever's in there, please hurry up. Well, Tucky's in the bathroom, and I gotta wait for him to get out of the bathroom whenever. Jesus fucking Christ. Whatever the fuck that is, so I guess I'll keep listening to the book.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes.
Oh god, no,
You
let
look
me out of here.
disappointing. You'll never get anywhere with that attitude. browsing through the various your educational.
Sure, why
That's the
not?
spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
That's so? Alright, then go on and
The
give me
pop
a hint.
quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila. Now blast that first innocence. Thanks for nothing.
Thank you, Half-Light! Thank you!
Dolores Day. Dolores.
Oh.
Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism.
Damn you, Pain Threshold! You fucked me!
The welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern. She was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps? Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
What?
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this.
Okay, humans unimportant to the quiz, stuff to give up.
Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't Dolores Day.
Solar?
Incorrect. Solar was anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices, encouraging people to excel on their own rather than prescribing to a deified model of history. She is often called an anti-innocence.
Okay.
Sola resigned after an assassination attempt by a Yugo nationalist who blamed her for not taking the side of the left during the turn-of-the-century revolutions. Innocences don't usually resign. Care to try again? Correct.
Pescatarian?
Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he,
Pescatarian?
but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Sure, try again. I trust you've got my back.
An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world. A literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general. At least, the parts that matter.
Yes, so interesting, but I thought you'd give me the answer to the question.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly, an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win. For their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
No.
Damn. Dolores.
Dolores Day.
Incorrect again. While she originated many modern institutions, launched several successful expeditions, and was even critical of the Innocentic system itself, and somehow keeps popping up in your mind, she is not often considered the strongest. Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would you like to try again? Please, relax.
Vesper.
Incorrect. Vespa Messina is not a person, but a defunct state on the southeastern coast of the Occident. It used to take up most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vespa and Messina. Care to try again?
And
correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation.
I thought he was going to say his name.
Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence? Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information.
Going to be helpful this time? I could use a hint.
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnacian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members.
Sigh heavily out loud.
There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
Dolores?
No, stop thinking it. I said it wasn't her. She was true. No, stop thinking it. I said it wasn't her. She was true.
Kendra?
Incorrect. Kedra is a large nation in the mid-northern area of the Mawindi Isola, north of the Occident, between the Ilmarin mountain range and the Pacific Mare Interregnum. Care to try again? Correct.
Arson?
There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Ernau Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind. I've got it. Honest.
Okay. Are you sure this time? I'll bite. Hint me.
Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
You're absolutely certain about this.
Zero doubts. Incorrect. While Franco Negro built concrete churches and cathedrals,
nice job,
and while many people,
Encyclopedia,
especially the Mesk, consider him a father figure, due to his militarism and nationalism, João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego argues differently. Another choice, perhaps? Oh yes, militarism and nationalism. My bad. Yes, obviously. Of course, zero doubts. Incorrect. He was a violent bastard, out to torture, maim, and kill whoever stood in his way. He was also a false innocence, disqualifying him from being the greatest and most important and most precious to humankind. Would you like to try again?
Dolores
Correct.
Day?
The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get an F for failure. Ha ha ha. You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
Damn you, you arrogant book.
You are shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answer. Browsing through the book again, you still have trouble understanding the torrent of information. It only seems to add. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? It seems rather unfair to try again after you already know the answers. But sure, if this makes... Oh yeah, this is what I was made for. Incorrect. Sola resigned. Incorrect. Dolores, her colors are so... Steer clear of this one. Yes, the quiz is impersonal. Correct. Nothing as the third question too easy. Everybody knows the answer to the... Incorrect. Correct. Franco Nick. Question 3. Got it under control. Incorrect. Stepan the Despicable, regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Eremno Pasternak. Would you try again? Correct. The most final... I've got it. Honest. Correct. Everything from... Congratulations on finishing the test. Again. There is a B. Good enough. Everyone misses a few from time to time. You would have done better if you just dialed the Dolores Day down a bit. Yeah, sure. It's so much easier once you know the answers, right? Browsing through your educational survey is done. It seems rather... Oh yeah, this is what I was made for. Correct. Nothing as the first question 2. Easy. Everybody knows the answer. Correct. Franco Negro. Question 3. Got it under control. Correct. The most famous final stretch. I've got it. Correct. Everything from inter-east. Congratulations on finishing the test. Again. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get an A. All correct. Impressive. Oddly so. You really navigated some treacherous waters here. Well done. But endless tries aren't really fair, don't you think?
Okay, read that book. Now let's read the cockatoo.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern France à la mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, what more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Alright, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day.
Yeah?
They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I can handle that. Nice to have someone who's feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Yeah. I know how cockatoos can get.
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
There's something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
Nice. Read about funeral
This
cockatoos.
is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it. Ooh.
I agree, inland.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
Read more about the common bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name, bang bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Honestly, this bird does sound like me. A
Yes,
bit like me.
but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
A fuck up to poop. Test of my doom-laden soul. Majestic. The grand common bane bane for me.
You're right. You're a fuckatoo embodied.
Fuckatoo.
This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry. It probably doesn't even have feathers and only screams.
Well, let's look at this
The
map.
worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the
Your
grid.
finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the map tab.
I now have a map. Oh, and I can... Interesting. This will also highlight all the people that I have. Huh. Okay.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens,
Am
if
I
not
about to
hundreds,
succeed
of
or fail?
Semelene's trinkets and charms. It
Ow.
appears to be locked. Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door?
Well,
Don't you know that things like that hurt?
3, 4, 1. I guess 5, which does that get 6, which gets us up to 9. Damn it. I don't even know this. Was it the best idea?
What is going on there? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however.
Well, I'll go try break open that door again some other time.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Let's try it.
As you look around this room,
let's go! I just did it! Get fucked! I'm the big kahuna around here. Let's go! A 5 and a 6, an 11. Plus 1 plus my base of authority. I got an 18. That is the big numbers we were hoping to pull in. Anyway. Guys really are the authority around here. Have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking
Big
shit,
18!
wasting time.
I got way too excited for hitting that. I was just bored and I was like, I don't really have much things to do. I get it, Titus, you guys really are the authority around here. You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer, sitting around with your dicks in your hands.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm drunk on the job too. I don't give a You guys. I'm also a big fan of beer and drinking off instead of helping people. Problem? I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job like you.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations. All I see is you sitting around talking about so there was a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What's her name?
Vasya, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Worrying Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
Shit. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you want to have.
Let's see. Composure. Keep you cool. Said you didn't remember being a cop. Said you don't remember reality. Said I want to fuck with you. said you're a superstar cop because there's all the funny options. Well, let's give it.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax. Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off, calm, normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
So what was her, wait, when was that? So, scratch your head, was you, there.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
We could establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
You need to calm down, boy. You need to chill, okay? Good boy. Who's a good boy? Is you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Here you go, boss.
So what was her relationship? What's her name?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship.
Boy, I will.
He raped her.
I will
That's
move you.
their relationship.
Don't make me do it. You know I will do it.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
So what's your relationship with her? He looks around and uncommon signs fills room. Okay, cool. How about
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around
You
here?
mean Revachol? Nah. She's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
You said you partied? Cool, that's cool. But what does that mean?
What do you mean? Think I meant?
Sex, drugs, and karaoke, right?
Yes, and no. Got something to say about it?
So you're saying you two were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Think I know her.
You don't know her.
Come on, I
Not
do.
the way I do.
Okay, this turned out better than expected.
Thank you.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
We're gonna take off now. Big 18 and got information I needed. Thanks, friend.
Can I help you? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked.
The door is
Who is it?
somewhere, not far from here. The lieutenant is preparing her file. Clausia Amandu, he writes. You realize the detective should be here for what comes next. It could prove dangerous to go in alone.
Okay. Found one piece of... Okay.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, the faucet is quite terribly angled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
The fan stands still. The bed is still...
Okay. What page rings a bell? Strange.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Are you the
I am
hoodie
not.
girl?
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
He's right, you know.
The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
I need more volition. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Okay.
It's the ledge. Oh, and an incredibly cool piece of kitchen tissue is stuck to the back.
Oh.
Yes, at last.
Nice.
You find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
Wait, for one, with those officer precincts?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
HDB.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Harry Dubois, HDB. Still feels like there's something missing from that.
The next world mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure: rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Do I ever find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
We don't.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
Remove the mural is fine, keep the mural. That's right.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. Be blamed is human nature. I like it.
Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger? What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done?
Rude ledger. The unsolved case.
AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Couldn't we just keep them off the streets?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is. Threatening, fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
He's public indecency, right? Yep. Public indecency.
Good. You're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger.
Oh.
He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. The officer is also drunk. Way more drunk than Burke there. And let's be fair, you also have party eyes.
Oh no.
You slam the hardened plastic board in his face, then proceed to beat him unconscious with it.
Dear God.
In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved. Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
The square bullet hole murder.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But
that's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
A sequence
Who
killing?
knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Out in the unexpected location?
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
They actually looked like assholes. They looked really cool, like models. Looked really cool, like a rock band.
Yes, as you said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever catch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Murder at the hookah parlor?
Murder. Tum-tum-tum. At the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right. On with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on
My
this
bad,
case
narrator.
that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey.
Oh.
Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer
vanished
into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
So the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high off of it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Really stupid.
Yeah. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor, you see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table, and died.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
And what was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was murder at the hookah parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next.
I revisit this, put the file away.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want? Not much has changed in the...
Well, that was fun. Oh hey, I could go talk to that guy in the balcony. Although, I feel like the game's gonna tell me, wait for Kim. But you know, I gotta at least try.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge?
With loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Guess I'll have to take my chances.
Guess so. Just be careful out there. One false step could cost you dearly.
Thanks, Brain, for sharing that one with me. Now here's this balcony door. You get this traffic at night. It's falling on your city. Meaning will like rise from these.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
Nip gives a bright smile before taking another drag from a cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
I got your hint. Found the key right under this.
Beautiful.
Smiles and looks at you. Something sparkling.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I'm not gonna make things right. I'm gonna make them spectacular.
Beautiful.
He says again, and a nearby street lamp casts shadow on his chin, drying out the slender tree.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
By the way, I'm really digging the view here.
That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
It's a Friday night. Feels like
yeah,
Friday.
It does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Very well. I'll talk to him first, but I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Unaware. Go if you must. I don't care. I don't care about people leaving me all the time. But I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
That we'll talk again. It's important.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
God, he's so cool. God, I wish I was as cool as that guy. Anyway. What do I need to up now? I could up rhetoric to talk to that door. But I also kind of want to get volition up too, so, at some point, so I could.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Quarterly business magazine. An empty ashtray. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. +1 logic, -1 suggestion. Exquisite canopy. Bed. Made out of metal. +1 drama, +1 electrochemistry. Party dragon silk robes. Photo of the same apartment dated 01. This is weird. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspaper.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
This man is in business casual. Moved his cufflinks.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain. His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur la Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Points to the bed. Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about the wonderful canopy. We show him the silk robe. Before we get to that, tell me, where did you get this beautiful silk robe from? Show him. Yeah. We'll go right to that, but add to that, tell me a story behind the black hat.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
Forms a rooftop. His fingers cold air sweeps it from the
That
balcony.
didn't work at all.
You actually witnessed
I'm
lynching?
sorry to say I did, officer.
It's because you did it?
Because I did it?
The man
He's
scoffs.
clearly not a man accustomed to being spoken to in that manner, let alone to being accused of murder.
Don't choke my chain, paper jockey. You did it, didn't you? Oh my god.
What's the meaning of this?
Means the jig's up, creep, I'm the
I won't stand
law.
for this. What's your name? I'll have your badge.
I don't even have my badge, so spit on this.
You're a disgrace to the RCM. Out with you. This instant.
Well, I absolutely handled that like a pro. Expert copying. Expert copying. Never been a finer cop. Okay. I'll actually do right good cop things now. But there's no save. Closer to the day I need to be at. Fuck! This is what I get for being a fool. This is the price I pay for being foolish. Unless this autosave is right after I landed that very high thing. Make a new save. Let me load this Willing in Rags and see if it's from that point. Because I want to know. Okay, okay, so that was post that. So. Which I'm thankful for. That's what I get for being silly. Now I have to walk all the way around here.
Whoa, a bridge with loose nails and rotten guess so.
Also, I gotta hope I can read this fucking ledger again.
It's the ledger oh, and an incredibly cool piece of. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later. Arson. Yes, a title, one might say even. Arson. Petty, you don't exactly close them. So...
Fuck me. I hate reloading the save, because obviously it feels a bit scummy, but I need to read the book, so time will pass, because time only passes when I click on new options.
It's
So
the
I
need
need this.
Incredibly cool. Yes, at
Thank
why,
you.
Yes, every last Harry still feels like this one calls the true people, the graffito crew, the case for the crew, the 9,000 staggering. Did anyone murder? Beaten to death, Joseph Mills did no. Okay, so the case no. Yeah, so no one and Mills hasn't. See, you can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah. He liked his hookah, smoking hookah. Didn't you? AKA Leslie will the only way for Leslie to stop. You would think that threatening fines. It's plain to see from the files that you good. He must have it in the process. He came at it, can't get out, which is also what it would be. That's all you. Who knows? Don't worry. One day you may. Some assholes brought their couch. Yes, they were leaving it cigarette butt. No, you didn't have time for that. Not much has changed.
And just like that, I'm exactly where I need to be. Let's go talk to that man and actually get some proper police work done this time. I picked the joke answers and, obviously, I paid the price for it.
Whoa, a bridge with guess so.
I can't do anything with this, right? I need, like...
Just an ordinary wall.
No, conceptualize.
Nothing to see here. Yeah, why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Conceptualize. In the dimming light, some things become clearer. Sydney's artistic impulses are infectious. So that's a +4. Plus my, what, 5 for conceptualization? Should have put on the white shirt. Oh wait, I already had that shirt. Oh wait, but can I put that shirt on? Would have boosted it. It would have. It absolutely would have. Sometimes that one extra point is all you need, too. Oh well.
Gendarme.
His slip, it feels like a fright.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Beautiful. I have some good news for you. Mm-hmm. That's what. Yeah, even the rain feels nice. Trust me, that's nice.
He takes another.
Besides,
He's going to leave you. Something tells you you're never going to talk to him.
just look at it. It's a beautiful night. We'll talk. Take care, alright?
And he's gonna get.
Try. I really want to get into that container, so let's try smooth talking our way into that container again.
Officers of...
You shouldn't. Superior. But his hand.
My name is... I heard you...
No. Yes. Make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
I got it from the head of the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantang. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations.
He's alluding to the decade-long War of Independence, while deftly brushing aside the complex causes behind the conflict.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
That didn't work at all.
Damn it. You actually witnessed it.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Well, start from the
Officer,
beginning.
it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He was entertaining?
No. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Who are they? Can you
I
describe
couldn't
them?
see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
Pause, looking for the
Let's
right
just
word.
say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanity.
How many of
I
them were
couldn't
there?
tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Sound familiar? That matches the prints you observed at the scene.
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms
That's a
huge?
giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Any of them look like drummers?
Drummers? Why, no. But then, I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like.
What
I
happened
went
next?
back inside.
Wait, so you actually didn't see the lynching happen?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men? Women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened
Well,
next?
that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Can you at least tell me when it
All
happened?
I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Well, that was a waste of
I'm
time.
sorry I couldn't be of more assistance.
It's an official like you doing in
The
my maze.
coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this
Ah,
apartment?
well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
Hmm.
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there?
Coco,
Or
you
maybe
there?
there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the moral intern is joking or not.
Because I have a question for you. What is the
La
international
communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
What is the price
It
stabilization?
is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
How does this benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, for example. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions
The
at all.
coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Okay, sure. Give me a
A
leaflet.
sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
What about this military? But I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition. But of course...
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
But what is a normal, stable
The
world?
Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé...
And it doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Rivershaw? Is it part of the normal world?
Rivershaw is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Because you're proving that. I think I'm moralist. Boring. I want more action. Moralist is the ideology of foreign occupied Rivershaw must be governed by Rivershawlians. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of the capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D. None of the above. Is that moralism? Yeah.
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
World's most laughable centrist. I feel personally attacked right now. Anyway. Yes, everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living with a bunch of lunatics.
Sounds like you're a moralist indeed, my friend. Welcome. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur-la-Clé.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
Okay.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Rivershaw is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Gotcha.
Darling, that can't be an official designation.
What makes Rivershaw Sur-la-Clé's darling?
Because a great percentage of Rivershaw's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area. Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Which one of them is more EPIS?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranje carries a lot of political weight, while Sur-la-Clé takes care of the business side of things. Sur-la-Clé hosts the headquarters of the major EPIS institutions.
Okay, but outside of EPIS, there's
Oranje's
Oranje.
economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Can't you just talk like a normal
About
person?
what?
About Oranje, just tell me what it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Not business, let's talk about something
Whatever
else.
you wish, officer.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's country?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's the CPS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see. It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
What's on the next level? Okay, but like, where does it stand
Why,
for?
it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do
A
you?
supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Release the beast!
Is it going to be like this? Oh, Mom! Mom's off to work.
Hey, beast. That's you. Talking to you, like.
He might be resting.
Hey. Hey.
Over here, boy.
Talking to you. Come on. Come on. Release the beast.
Don't you down in the store before you go to work?
I do.
Let's go.
Do you know why you don't care about that job anymore? I have a whole hour. I'm not in it.
Hey, Coco. Glad you're here. Do you want to get pizza? Ow! Ow! Ow!
Pizza. Pizza guys?
Pizza guys. Come on.
Pizza guys?
Round table.
She's not gonna say this real big.
I know. To fuck with her. I don't know why you hate good pizza, but
Biology.
Round.
Pyology is just a Tony's pizza. That shit just tastes like Tony's fucking pizza. I could get a Tony's pizza and I would be eating Pyology.
So pizza guys?
Pizza Hut.
We tried Pizza Hut. We gave it an honest try.
Domino's.
Can I speak?
I'm okay with Domino's.
What do you want from pizza
Little
guys?
Caesar.
I mean, you have to order it specifically from Little Caesars, then go pick it up to make sure you get the sauce.
What do you want?
Scenarios.
Pizza guys.
Mom's just saying pizza names.
What do you want?
Evelyn's.
On your pizza.
The fuck do you think I want on my pizza?
Pizza
Pepperoni?
Shack.
Sausage? Maybe the cheese? Maybe we just share a big pizza, you and me? Don't have to get like 4 different pizzas per person? It's a crazy idea.
It's the regular pizza with that sausage added. Nipple twist.
Sometimes he gets olives, sometimes he doesn't get olives. There's a difference.
Oh, I just choose that. And he just chooses it. It's just random. It doesn't have to be. It's just ask him.
Also, normally that guy orders
I'm
the
going to
pizza.
get the bread. Oh, he heard pizza and came to the pizza conversation?
Are you watching stream?
The amount of heat he's eluding off his body right now feels nice.
He's a human fucking.
Like, my back is getting really nice and warm.
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
So if you're going to quite a
Yeah, I'm just saying.
epis.
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
You say that candidate members never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
Yeah, it kind of happens. How'd you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Indian Insula. Oil platforms ablaze in the night. Civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that
Au
way.
contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here. And my friend, too.
Still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
The man throws a quick glance at watch. Your friend, the smoker, on the balcony. We were just talking about
But I
him.
told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which
He's a
arts?
truly free spirit. She likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in this apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
The man's mouth nodding at the window. The view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
He says, facing his hand. What? I'm not hearing anything.
The Insulindian Bay.
What about
This
it?
place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
No, he laid down. I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you've seen him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
That's what they also
I'm
meant.
all ears, officer.
I don't know if you had saw this display of popcorn chickenery.
Is it this like just like already cooked?
Yes.
Oh, I will.
Well, it's cold right now.
I've eaten cold chicken. It's not gonna bother me. I will fuck up a bit. I'm willing to share a pizza, but I don't think Coco is.
If she uses half now, and she'll take half for tomorrow. It's like a 2-meal burger. Yeah, I made that for you, so you would have lunch today. That was your date, your munchy snack for the day.
I took it. That means it's mine.
What?
I took it. It's mine.
Well, the 3 in the refrigerator were left for Rico, so he didn't drink them. They're there.
Shh. The FBI is listening.
What?
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Oh, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well. Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Underground parties, dish tucked up in a pot, an empty ashtray.
Was there anything else? Of course.
Okay, what a weird man. He's definitely just quoting his old whatever talking points he has.
bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Fun.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Wow.
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I'm an artist and liver damage is my art.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out. Give you some pills. Make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Get me out of here. Back to the other place. I'm looking at people all the time. I like that.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Okay. Jesus. And Christ, calm down. Debit. I said debit. I said it. I gave you your answer. Debit. Okay? Okay? I've repeated it multiple times. You must be behind that street. You just have to wait now. Jesus fucking Christ, Tookie.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears.
Mad lad out
secrets.
here.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Okay.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
I don't really like Limbic System. He's mean. Kim should be back though. And then the front page reads about strange.
Yes?
Sorry, cop. Boy mentioned suicide. Formidable 13 logic. Why did the 41st send me?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations emerge.
What do you want to know?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
But it could be
As
sexy.
you know, there was considerable interest in this case at my station, but probably not for the reasons you have in mind.
Sure it's not. Oh, I guess that settles it then.
Excellent. Was there anything else? Good.
Who are these people?
You look like shit.
Oh.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Let's go with this.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. The suit, the sunglasses, the haircut. He's famous. That's how you know his face. You know
Ooh.
what it is. It's like the two of
Nice.
you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do we know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? From another
Yes,
life?
From another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the...
He pauses.
To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
Is he a long, meaningful looking at?
Somewhere good.
Let's talk more about this hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't say that. Oh, the hypothetical one, yeah, the fantasized about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around. So what would our relationship be in this alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
I'd love to be a partner with you.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
Man, your kid's our partner. He's going to
I'm
go.
not your partner. This union is temporary.
A little premonition for you, Lieutenant. Sooner or later, probably sooner, your new friend tells you he doesn't need you. He will then suggest you should fuck off. When that happens, I suggest you take his advice.
Ooh.
The lieutenant merely bows his head in response.
Do you have a
Oh,
crime
no,
side?
no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
Who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Who is the far-out son of Lang?
Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
What, tell me more about him?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling, dished out by the sunglassed man. Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
It's gray eyes suddenly flash above the glasses.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness.
Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Famous
Not as
something?
famous as you, superstar.
Yeah, it's still irony.
Hey, Kim, I knew I was a superstar.
I fear you're misinterpreting the situation.
Hyperstar law officer. Nice go, official.
Talk to me, superstar. What do you want?
Got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Down on his luck. I'm trying real hard here, man.
Oh, well, go solve your case then. That would count as trying hard.
He didn't answer your question.
Now we answer some questions?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
Maybe you want to hear me say things?
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to start popping up in your head.
Okay, I'm doing this investigation.
So,
Menacing.
do you know who hanged him?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
I can see that.
How are you telling
I
me
don't
this?
know. Why are you?
Is it
Oh
not
my god, there's more. You okay, so yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, there's more.
Okay, then see
Watch
ya.
out for yourself, loser.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
I know, super
There's
weird.
something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was thinking the same thing. I should ask him if we were from the same station.
Yes, just cross it off the list.
Again?
I
I
just have to
can't
ask.
believe this
Are we
shit.
from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work.
Who are
The
you?
woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
I'm on a murder investigation. You the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Hold on. You're a patrol officer.
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop
I
too.
know.
Here's the real deal.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere, but if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
If I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
Just sit and breathe
Okay,
out.
fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
From the same
God
police
damn
station.
it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Were you with
Of
him?
course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
You look cute together.
And you look like you don't bathe, on principle.
Damn.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
He police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
I'm just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A horse-faced
You're a
woman?
fucking asshole. Are we done here?
But that's what it says.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hello, adjust your
hello.
time.
So what brings you here?
Met your Sunday
You
friend?
did. And how did you like him?
You're right, he was magical. Magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Why was he staying your place in the middle of
He
the
has
night?
keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
Who is
A
he?
visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return. To
From
his
where?
opportunities in Occident. Sur la Clé. Still.
Hmm.
His coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you? You two.
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a
It
friend?
is. On Sundays.
Don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about
Hmm?
you.
What about me, gendarme?
What about the muscular type who came to
Oh
investigate
yes,
the crime?
let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What'd you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you?
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your
What
friend?
friend?
Is that different?
No,
The witness.
I don't think it came up.
No, you look like.
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
And he was saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the
Sure.
info.
Anything else on your mind?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here.
Convenient.
My room's up there.
But what are you doing here? Talking to me?
It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Wow.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
That sucked. That one hurt me. Okay, well, let's take me and Kim and go back upstairs and ask some important questions now.
The door is...
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Tailboat calculations of the... It's extended stay, pop, dirty clothes, women's.
Yes?
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
The
It's been
toothbrush.
used quite a lot.
With the medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
It's quite a collection here.
Anything of note?
Search the
Pill
bottles.
bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Whispers Nacra opioid.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Search the pill
Among
sheet.
some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian. Marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Okay.
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
So exciting about this orange bottle.
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Lieutenant, I also see a brand called
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Close the cabinet. I don't need it. I'm better than that. That was hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your fingers across the surface.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Smell of cigarettes. Smoke is in the air. Menthol.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets.
Ow!
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
All right, let's trash the place.
Let's not.
Me thinking I wasn't gonna take damage from that. The game just wanted to give me a delayed response. Full dried white.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Move fast!
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. Six crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this,
This
kid?
is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Does this flower bloom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Is it coincidence it being on the rooftop?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Very well.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand.
Grass shade looks like a hedgehog.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Not energy present, but not to hell, to another place. A third place, much different from our own world.
A third place? Interesting. That's probably why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop. It's kind of a big deal around here.
You that, Kim? I am a huge deal around
Nice.
here.
I don't know what he's told you, but there are no superstars among police officers.
Of course there are. Look at him. He is the Phoenix. What brings the Phoenix back to me?
The Phoenix is one of the many nicknames of Guillaume Lemillion, Revachol's second greatest male disco artist. This is an honor.
Miss,
No.
we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
What is your name, Miss, for the record?
Clausier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent.
From Oranese?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
What is Oranese?
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower.
Reasonable?
They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out anytime, like Revachol did in its prime.
A bad memory of what?
Lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminum. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Do you miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What's Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
What do you do with
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
it? How do you make money then? Money's very important. Show her some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile. Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
Okay, your passport, please.
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
I'm sure the legal right to demand your passport.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street. And I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom. Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank you. And that's it for the record?
The record. So official.
Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
Here in Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here, and she isn't really hiding it either.
I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or
here in
I heard
Martinez.
this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
You came to the right place. Call yourself a disco has-been?
I'm really not.
What's the door lead
You
to?
tell me, officer, when you've kicked it down. I've been wondering myself, but I'm light of foot. Not a good door kicker.
A window
It
sill?
is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
How'd you mess
With
your horn?
money, sir. It's not exactly the anti-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
The collection includes opioid.
Comes in handy when you've done too many
Education?
opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Shows aggressive, just aggressive.
Better safe than sorry.
Seem to have other things like
Oh,
peptide.
yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically.
So that's
Very
how that goes.
funky. I'm wintering.
How long have you been?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
Here in the Whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling. Came to
Here
see the new world.
On the
It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. She isn't overtly hiding it either.
What happened to the old New World?
It turned out to be a Zarath-infested third world slum.
Called Ilmera, and it didn't. Even after the Mesk colonized it 7 ways from Sunday, it's an industrial powerhouse.
I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling. Here. Came to see the
This is by far
happened
not
to the
the
old
only
world?
reason.
conference centers. A lot of them.
I have other questions.
Okay.
I was like, I was waiting for the fucking exhale. Is this wildflower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail.
Are you doing it too, boy?
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? A martial
Sambo?
art, sir. Is that it?
Samurai boxing, or Sambo, graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and cool.
Why? Yes, why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
Any admirers, miss?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society.
Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty of them.
Yes, you was close to mine. I have first question.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my
You
rubber.
do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like,
Version of events tactfully. Tell us you've been through something difficult?
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Hey, food. Thanks, bud.
I'm going to work, but I can't stop leaving.
Oh. And what does that mean? Were you...
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Asked you to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
Warming them.
What did happen between you and
We
the victim?
partied.
Wait, partied? Where have I heard that before? Okay, the kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? Keeps pointing at your face. I didn't know it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were
I
lovers?
guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Oh,
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The voice was disguised. Did you...
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's Scott's mystery foam cutter.
You broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
Had to go through all
I
the
don't
trouble.
know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Tell me about him. Name, eyes.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
Not they are.
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely.
Oh.
Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Hanged him?
I
Jealousy?
hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
Well, let's ask this final question.
I'm 89% sure.
Does that mean you're 11% not sure? Yeah, let's just... Tight.
You know how it is.
Do you?
Do I?
Maybe you don't. In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
I'm sorry, miss, but we need a definite statement.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officers. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be this flippant if I had been?
You tell me?
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I had something else before we go. A little
She
thing.
nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Look her in the eyes. Okay.
She looks back. Time moves
Snake
slowly.
eyes.
The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
What is happening?
Nothing. Just time passing. Don't worry. You are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Am I being belligerent?
She presses her elbows
Beguiled?
against her waist
Oh, I
and
said belligerent.
slowly turns her head. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
And yet 5 minutes passed.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee most likely.
I'm gonna talk to that door.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
She told us all that.
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie.
If
I
not
don't
you,
know.
then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seemed candid.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
I've got nothing to say to you. I am not
You could be, Liz.
even a mod.
He's right. With a face like that, she...
So fucking what? Lots of models.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
This didn't change her opinion of you. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Again? Seriously, man. Fine. Yeah, whatever.
That's alright.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Bullshit, she told me the
Lawman,
truth.
I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
So what's on the stick?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
Where did you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
So you bugged them,
We
huh?
have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you are doing the advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
She picks it back up to offer
Yeah,
some
man.
toast.
You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Why should I care about the tape? You like it?
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got...
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Okay, listen
I'm
to
sure
this.
we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving...
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Okay. I think that's enough for right now, so let me just save my game. Call it a day. But, also, coming up this Tuesday, I believe. It's Atomic Hearts, so I'm definitely going to play that. So Disco Elysium is again going to go on pause for a minute when that game comes out. But until then, you know, I'll play, or until Tookie says he wants to do something else or what have you. But that's all for today. Jesus fucking Christ, all those texts. Coco? Coco, are you there? I don't think she's here. She has to say the line, which means now I'm gonna go bug her to say the fucking line. Say the line, damn you! Say it. Say it. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Lol.